Then we come down to our other deductions. So all of these are credits and deductions building to decide at the end how much we're going to get back, or how much the client is going to get back, or how much the client is going to owe. So earned income credit. If you have a qualifying child, you're going to attach Schedule EIC, which we do have a qualifying child. And this, we didn't put any birthdays here, but on the computer system, it asks for the birthdays, and then it tells you like if this child is qualified. So my son, let's say he's 10 years old. So I do have a qualifying child. So you're gonna have to look this up. We're gonna look it up on the instructions. So let's go back to the top, and it'll take us straight to the earned income credit. So this is the earned income credit table. So you're gonna look up what's your earned income. 16, so tax. So earned income credit. So our income was 31,000. $31,650. So that's that. So this is our earned income credit because we got one child. You have 1, 2, 3. The most you can go up to is 3. So after 3, you'll just get like the basic credit. You won't get earned income credit. It's just like maybe an extra $1,500 to $1,000. So let's go to 31,650. So we have one child. So we'll say 1513. So our earned income credit is going to be 1513. Additional child tax credit, which is attached from Schedule 8812. The additional child tax credit, make sure that we are getting the correct amount. So we're going to go up to the table of contents. You see each one of these are listed, so you know when you have to do someone's return manually, you have all the different, it goes line by line to tell you what do you need to do, how you need to do it, step by step. With taxes, is basically you have to kind of be a reader and be able to comprehend basically step by step and make sure that your figures, you know, are in the right place. So let's see the earned income. So this is the earned income figures. So we're scrolling because we're looking for, and it goes by number. So we're looking for 18B, which is the additional child tax credit. So that's all earned income credit, which we've already talked about. And here we go, we're at 18B, additional child tax credit. So we have some information here about, you know, the TIP and how it was started. Tell you all the information. What is the additional child tax credit? This credit is for certain people who have at least one qualifying child for the child tax credit. Who qualifies? You look to see who qualifies and who doesn't. The additional child tax credits may give you a refund even if you don't owe any tax or didn't have any tax repair. So basically, it's a form to it. Be sure you figure the amount if any of your child tax credit and credit for other dependents. We did that already. Read the tip at the end of the child tax credit and credit for other dependents. If you take the additional child tax credit, even though you aren't eligible and it is determined that you're not, then it's just basically saying that you'll be in trouble with the IRS. So the additional child tax credit is normally $1,200. That's what it was before. So we say the additional child tax credit based on this person's income, let's say it's $1,000. And then you have the American Opportunity Credit, which is another way of giving you money towards your refund. Now, the American Opportunity Credit is based off of you attending school. So let's check that one out. That's 8863. That's based on your client attending school. And when they do that, they have to present you with a 1098-T. The 1098-T is given to them by the school, and then it's applied to their 1040. So let's give you a sample. So here it's basically telling you about the 8863, that it's for higher education classes, whether it's pursuit of a degree or to acquire additional professional skills. So if they're going to a class, if they're going to, like if you were going to be a teacher and you had to take certain courses in order to continue or to get a job as a teacher, you could use the 8863 American Opportunity and write a portion of that off when your client is doing their taxes. So for us, see, we'll say in the computer you can do it manually, but again, we're in the computer age. So for us, we'll say that that person was able to claim $500 for the American Opportunity Credit. So now we're gonna schedule 3, line 14, see schedule 3. The IRS, they have schedules and letters for everything. See, you have so much information that you could find out through the IRS website or other websites. That's why I say that the main thing with becoming a tax preparer is research, research, research. and you can research many different entities to just make sure that you're getting the facts and the real information. So for tax form 1040, 18D as in Delta, it says Schedule 3, line 14. So let's see what's on Schedule 3, line 14. It's basically talking about non-refundable credits or other payments in refundable credits. Foreign tax credit, child credit for child and dependent care expenses. This is the one right here. If you have a kid and they're going to aftercare, or you have a baby and they're going to daycare, then that's what you will have here. The education credits we talked about from Form 8863 go here. So all of those credits, energy credits, retirement savings that you put into retirement, you get forms for all of these. And this is what you would, this is where you would put them at. Other credits that are refundable. Premium tax credit, amount paid with request for extension to file. You get that money back. Access Social Security, credit for federal tax on fuel. Fuel is basically when you have like a trucking business or a gas station or something to that effect. So you add all those credits and they would go there. So the education credit, this one is different from the American Opportunity. This one may be based on lifetime learning. So that credit would go there, and then you have your child care expenses. So let's just say for calculation purposes that this schedule gave you another $500 in credits. Now it says add lines 18A through D. So what do we have? We have 25, 35, 35, 13. So we have that. Wait, we got to add this one. So we got 17. This is the federal income tax bill. We'll pay, and your other payments and stuff. Okay. Now it says add lines 17 and 18. So 17 and 18 would be 46. Check. Even though you know, like, oh, this is what it should be, it's always best to double check. 4624. Okay, now we got 4624, which is all of our credits, all of the things that we've paid into, and all the credits and adjustments, everything that we've got. Now here we come to the refund. The client is only either gonna get a refund or they're gonna owe. Hopefully at the end, all of your clients will get a refund. So number 20, if line 19 is more than line 16, subtract line 16 from 19. 19, 16. So ours is going to be 106. So this is the amount that the client overpaid. Even though they didn't pay all of it through their W-2 employment, they, with all the credits and adjustments that they received, it made it more than what they really owed in taxes. So this is what they received. And then they always want to know what amount you want refunded to you, or if you want to keep it, let them keep it to go towards next year. I've never had a client say, oh, they can keep it. Everybody wants their money now. So you will put that figure there. This is very, very, very important. Very important. This is where their money is going to go. Whether you do in a paper return or electronically, you want to double, triple verify those numbers. I always have, when I have new clients, I have them bring me an avoided check or some type of document from their bank or their debit card. They can pull it up right at the office and print it out but I want to see it. I don't want them giving me some with some numbers scribbled on it, because I've had experiences in the past where I let people do that and the numbers were miscrewed, or they gave me the wrong numbers and it wasn't pretty. So basically, to avoid any mishaps, have them give you a blank check, void it out. You can make a copy and give it back to them if they want, but just make sure it's voided out. So something that you can put in your file, a document from the bank with their name and account information, or a printout from one of those debit cards, Ace or Walmart. You can go right online and print out the direct deposit information, and that way you'll have it on file. That's a part of protecting yourself as well, because some clients will file and go try to file somewhere else, and they act like they had no idea, and you fraudulently put in this information. It's just easier and better. Maybe for them, maybe a little more difficult, but if they want their taxes done, they'll have all this information before they come to you. So you put the information here, the routing number, and it's always going to be 9 digits. Whether it's checking or savings. So let's put the routing number. So it's always going to be nine digits, always. Checking or savings, and an account number, whatever it may be. It fluctuates. So you want to make sure all of that information is accurate. The two most important, we'll go over that at the end. Amount of 20 you want to apply to your 20 estimate. I just put 0, because I don't want them to say, oh, you didn't put nothing, so we apply whatever. No. Amount you owe, because your clients did not owe anything, so nothing would go here. No penalties, because they don't owe anything. If they owed, this wouldn't be here. It'll be here. And then that's when you go to the next step of how they're going to pay. They have they have to April 15th to pay. So if they owe, then you can't get your fees out of their refund. So they're going to have to pay you up front. Most people pay up front anyway. But anyway, if they owe, then this will be, at the end, they'll get a printout saying how much they owe. They can mail in a check. They can do it online. They could do it, they could call. So there's different ways that they can make their payments. They can call and set up arrangements if it's too much. But that's in another class. The third party designee, most of the time I don't fill this out because I am the preparer. But this is if they wanted someone else to represent them. So say it's a mother that's doing her, getting her taxes done, and she want her daughter to be able to talk on her behalf. So you put the daughter's name, the daughter's phone number, and the IRS would have provided her with a PIN number. So that when the daughter called, she say, I'm calling in reference to blah, blah, blah about, 2019 taxes, and the PIN number is, and that actually, your name, but the PIN number before they even talk to you. And then signing information is done electronically, but if it's not, then you could sign here. You could sign date, the person's occupation. And this is for the client to sign. This is for them to sign. If it's individual, if it's joint, the date, occupation, all of this is for them. Then you have, and the date must be current. You can't post date it. You can't predate it. The date that you're doing their return is the date that they will sign it. Or the date they come back in your office if you have them come back to review it, or That's what the date that they're going to have to sign. One second, guys. Then you being a paid preparer, you would, oh, this part here, I forgot. A lot of people are starting because of their experiencing identity theft or any type of inconsistencies with the IRS. The IRS will issue them a PIN, and they will get this PIN number every year. Every year is a different unique PIN number. So they have to give you this in order for you to file. If you file without it, the IRS will kick it back, and then you got to contact the client again. So it's just certain, I have a checklist that I use, that these are the documents that the client must present in order for us to do their return and get it done quick. Paid preparers. This is where you come in. This is the part that you fill out. And it's automatically done if it's on a computer system. Once you're loaded into the data bank, when you're doing a person's return, and you put in your PTN, because you have to put it in when you start, this is automatically uploaded. So your name will be here, your signature, the date that you completed the return, the PTN number, that's so important. You'll check this if you also going to be the third party designee, which we don't recommend. And this will be checked, self-employed, because even though you may be working for an agency, at the end of the day, you're still going to get a 1099 because you'll be self-employed, unless you're getting paid by the hour. Some people pay by the hour, but the majority of tax organizations pay according to the returns that you do. And then you will have that firm's name, address, phone number, and their EIN number will be here, or their entry number here. So that is pretty much for the 1040. We went from 1 to all the way to the end for the 1040 form, and what you need to do in order to complete it from the beginning with the correct information, the income, the taxes, and what all you have to do. We talked about a refund, amount that your client will owe, if they will owe, which we hope that, some people do have to. I've had, in my 20 years, I've had maybe 5 people that end up owing, and I was so sad, but hey, I did my best. That's all the thing. What the song said, I did my best, and that's gonna have to be good enough. But it wasn't a lot. And one person out of all my years could not afford to pay, so I had to do a special setup with the IRS for them to make payments. But you'll learn all that. We talked about the third party designee, the signatures, the pay prepare information, and what you have to put on a return so that you can make sure you're within your circular 230 rights. Now, what everybody's been waiting for, let's get hired. Let's get to work. So the first thing that you would need to work for not just RNS Financial Services, but any tax company is your PTN. So don't even walk in the door and say, oh, can I work for you? Because if you don't have your PTN, they're going to know that you're not prepared. And that's going to be another step that you will have to go through and obtain it through the IRS, but you've already paid for that knowledge. So you already paid for that knowledge, so you can obtain your PTN on your own without going to an agency. IRS.gov, tax codes, follow the links. That's number one. Number two, you have to apply. So when you go to, different agencies, be prepared to apply. A lot of them, of course, because of the COVID, everything is pretty much being done online. And once they look over your application, it's a pretty fast process. Next step, getting hired. Once you apply, they make contact with you, follow up, everything that they need, follow up, follow up, follow up, get hired, and then attend training. It's that easy, right? You They have training. You can already tell them, well, I attended training with RNS Financial Services, so I'm familiar with the basics for the 1040 form, the income portion, just review the income portion, the taxes. I already know where the pay prepare information goes. I know where the signatures go. I know about and do your research. When you go in there, tell them, oh, I know about, even if you've never done taxes before, give them a little secret out. Research. Oh, I know about the earned income credit from the tax preparer side. You might know about it from the client, which you might have been a recipient of that. But let them know from the tax preparer side, the earned income credit. Oh, that's to help my client to get refund. The child tax credit. Whatever training they have, because any agency that you go to, you're going to have to be trained, of course, on how the operations of their office, the tax software that they're using. And you have TaxAct, you have Tax Pros, you have TaxWise, there's so many different, Drake, but so whatever company that you work for, you're going to have to be trained on their software and the banking products that they use. And then January, I think the 15th or the 20th, I don't know what day they're going to open it up. Be ready, because people are hurting. They need tax preparers. I need tax preparers so that they're going to be jumping in and be ready to file taxes as soon as they get their W-2s. So in order to work for RNS Financial Services, all of you that have already paid for this program and have attended training, you are ahead of the rest. I've had several people that have applied for a position. I'm only hiring 10 physically in this office because of COVID. I normally have 20 preparers each season, but because of COVID, so I'm only hiring 10 physically in the office. And then virtually, I'm hiring at least 10 because I have to be able to. I have people that work with me, but I like to provide the best service, not only to my preparers, but also to their clients. Because you might run across a situation that you're not familiar with, and I want to be there for you. I want my team to be here to be able to help you. I don't want to be like, oh my God, I got hundreds of preparers, but I don't have the resources to help you, which will frustrate you, which will frustrate your clients. So for this tax season, because of the COVID and because of everything that's going on, I'm just going to try to stick with just having 20 preparers, 10 in the office and 10 virtually. So if you're interested in working with RNS Financial Services, you can shoot me a chat, which I've already seen a message in my chat box, which I'll reach out to you directly. You can email me, which everybody has my email, rsfinancial67@gmail.com. I'm going to send everybody that paid for this course, I'm going to send you out a free link that I'm going to be doing for doing orientation different weeks. So once you indicate to me that you're interested in working with RNS Financial Services, then I'm going to send you out a special link to join in the orientation. The first orientation is Monday, which is tomorrow. Wow. So the first orientation is Monday, and we'll be doing orientations every week until tax season, or we reach our magic number of 10 and 10. Remember that 10X rule? So I'm working towards that 10X, 10 physical, 10 virtual. And if we get more, then we'll just deal with that when it comes. So thank you guys for attending this class. I really enjoyed it. I look forward to working with all of you guys. I look forward to working with you this tax season, and let's go. So if you haven't ever heard of Chris Virgil, um, he's like a financial guru, help you with your credit, help you personally, help you business wise, and at the end, the beginning, at the end, he always tell you, you got to be ready. So let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go make this money. Let's go help our clients. Let's change the world one tax preparer at a time with that, remember that mental love. Let's change the way we see taxes as being so, ugh, and let's help our clients to think of, oh man, I can't wait to tax season. Not just for the financial part of it, but to know that they have a very good preparer and they can't wait to see their tax preparer for that tax season. So I enjoyed this. I enjoyed talking to you guys and teaching you something new for 2020. We're going to take 2020 out in the bang, but we're going to bust it wide open for 2021. Financially, we're going to do better. Spiritually, we're going to do better. Emotionally, we're going to do better. And don't forget, entrepreneur-wise, everyone needs to establish their own business. I don't care what it is. You need to be in control of your destiny, your finances, and your future. So I'm Samantha Person. I enjoyed teaching this class, and we will work on getting those emails out to the people that joined this class so that they can decide their future with RNS Financial Services. Thank you.